Welcome back to Trauma Recovery Anonymous, the podcast. My name is Richard and I am your host. There's only one solution to depression and PTSD. That solution is to understand depression and PTSD find their purpose and meaning in what happened to our inner child, and therefore they have no right, rhyme, or reason for us to invite them into our present. Understandably, we can't just bury our heads in the sand and pretend that what happened in the past to our inner child wasn't hurtful. But we can be honest to accept it didn't happen to the person we are today. Open-minded enough to see that no matter what we do, all the therapy and medications we embrace, things are not getting better, they are gradually getting worse. And we can be willing to believe the truth that how we react and respond are manifestations of something deeper, a hole in our soul eating away at us. This willingness helps us to accept that we have a broken spirit, a spiritual illness, a spiritual bankruptcy that undermines our self-belief and robs us of the ability to be true to the human being we are meant to be today. We only exist in these 24 hours today, here and now. If we break it right down, we can say we only exist in this 1 hour, here and now. And if we can focus all our attention and intention on being fully present in this 1 hour, we no longer have depression and PTSD in our lives. We're no longer looking at yesterday or any of our yesterdays. And therefore, if we're not looking at anything but today, we're not looking into the future, the fear and uncertainty of the unknown future. And therefore, we're not triggering anxiety and panic. Anxiety and panic are found in the unknown future, and depression and PTSD are found in the past, no longer ours. We have to find a way of breaking free of the past, and the best and most simplest way of this is to give the details and the baggage of what happened to our inner child back to them, and let them step into the light and take it from this plane of existence, to step into the light where it's safe, where there can be no harm or hurt. Give them back their baggage, all the details and the baggage of their past event back to them so they can take it from this plane of existence. And when it's gone, we feel the release in our bodies mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually. It didn't happen to us because we only exist right now in this 1 hour. It's none of our business. It's not our business to feel the pain for them. It's not our business to fight their cause or to stand up for them. It has nothing to do with us. It happened a lifetime ago to our inner child, and they want to leave this plane of existence, but they can't leave until we let go. We've enough on our plates in the present moment in time to keep us busy without looking back at the past. Look around you, at your family of origin, your estranged family and your siblings, and your friends from your childhood, and your friends growing up. Look at your partner, your husband, your wife, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your children, your estranged children. Look at your work situation, whether you have a job or you don't have a job, where you're living in some social outing or you have your own place. Look at every area in your life today that you're failing to focus on because you're looking at something not belonging to you in the past. Understand you need to get rid of the past so you can be fully present in the present, to mend the bridges in the present, to repair the damaged relationships, and to find your own sense of self in the present. But you can't do that if you're always looking over your shoulder. The past is none of your business. It didn't happen to you. Your inner child suffered, endured, survived and overcame a trauma, so you'll be free today to have a life beyond their wildest dreams. They never asked, wanted or needed you to fight their battles for them or to feel their pain for them. They want you just to break free of it so you can have that life today that they sacrificed so much for, a life beyond their wildest dreams. And that's your obligation to your inner child, not to suffer their pain, not to walk around telling everybody about the past. Because what happens is, you no longer talk about what happened to your inner child. Now you start declaring, this happened to me. And that's the greatest lie. It didn't happen to you because you exist only in this 1 hour. So everything before this 1 hour is none of your business. What happened in the past, if you're a veteran today in your 60s or 70s, what happened in that war to an 18-year-old younger you who enlisted, it happened to them. They were the victim. You are the survivor today. But you can go from survivor to helper. You can go from survivor to hero. You can break free of this completely and get to live a life in the present fully. But to do so, you must break free of the past. We can't very well bury our heads in the sand and pretend it didn't happen, but we can give the details and the baggage of the past back to our inner child. Imagine for one moment your inner child is sitting in front of you. And the truth is they're saying to you, Richard, what the hell are you doing? I want to leave this plane of existence, but I can't leave until I have all the details and baggage of my trauma. You dug up my grave and you took my baggage from my grave and you went around telling everybody it happened to you. And that's a lie. You know it's a lie. It didn't happen to you because you exist in my future in 40 or 50 years' time. I need you to give me back my baggage and the details of what happened to me so I can step into the light. This is the conversation you'll have with your inner child. It won't be pleasant. It won't be nice. But you need to hear this conversation. Your inner child is telling you to feck off and have your own life. If you're a veteran today, that young 18-year-old version of you saying to you, Richard, what the hell are you doing? You have a life now, you're 60 years of age, you're past the trauma. Give me back my crap so I can step into the light. Let me go. And then when they take that baggage from you, you feel the release in your body, mentally, physically, emotionally and spiritually, and you know the details and the baggage are gone. If your therapist asks you about the past, you can say, yeah, no, what happened to my inner child was terrible, and I feel deeply for them. But I don't have those details and baggage anymore, they're not mine. I carry the memory of what happened to that child, but not what they suffered. They're gone, they've taken it from their baggage. They've taken it from this plane of existence and I let them go. And that is your truth. You're letting them go to take their baggage and step into the light. And when they do, you're free completely. This is a very simple program for complicated people. We're complicated people because they're trying to live two lives at once. We're only meant to live one. You're only meant to live the present you today, not the life of the victim of your inner child. That's the mistake you're making. You've no right or reason to have the inner child's life in your present. That's the big error you've made. You've been conditioned to believe that your inner child needs you to parent them and to fight their battles for them. They want you just to let them go. They literally want to say to you, Richard, feck off, give me back my crap so I can leave. And this is where you find yourself today. Maybe you've been in therapy, living this lie, believing this lie for decades. You're looking back and seeing how much you've thrown your life away of not being present because you've been focusing on something in the past. But that's not the argument today. The argument today is you have the ability to give the past back to your inner child so they can step into the light. And by doing that, then you can be free to undo the learned dysfunctional behaviours of that mental disorder and to repair the bridges and make amends and restitution with your family, your loved ones, and your family of origin, your parents, your grandparents. Before they die, you can make peace with them. You can do that today if you give the past back to your inner child. And this program, Trauma Recovery Anonymous, is the only program that I know of that allows you to do this. It's a spiritual program. You have a hole in your soul, a spiritual bankruptcy, a broken spirit that manifests with thinking, and faulty feelings. And mental health industry treats the thinking, and the faulty feelings. But the thinking and the faulty feelings weren't your problem. You had a hole in your soul where the past energy of that past memory was eating away at you. And if you're going to heal and grow and become normal again, you've got to get rid of that energy. And so you give it back to your inner child. And this practice, healing any trauma memory, takes 2 hours to complete. You get this program on the Amazon platform, Healing Any Trauma Memory by Richard Tierney, myself. And you buy the book Trauma Recovery Anonymous on Amazon and other platforms. And then you send me an email at appointments@traumarecoveryanonymous.com and you book the session for me to take you to the healing event. You read these 2 books first so you know what's happening, what's going to be happening, what you're going to be doing. And you're doing all the work. I'm just going to facilitate your healing event, but you're going to do the healing yourself. You're going to be claiming miracles, not changing water to wine, not raising the dead, but you're going to be casting out your demons for 5 minutes up to 24 hours at a time. In each part of this process, you're going to be casting out your demons, breaking the bondage of the past. These are miracles you're going to be performing on you and for you. The healing event costs €60, 3 hours of €20 per hour, €60 for the 3 hours. And the books are available on the Amazon platform. The healing event costs about €40 and the 12-step program costs around €12. You purchase these 2 books, again you send me an email and I will take you through the process. If you don't want to come on your own, you can arrange for some other members of your group to come with you. They can pay for their share and they can come along for the session. And I can take more than one person through this event at the same time. We use one mantra for everybody. So we all state, up until this morning, I've carried the memory of what happened to my inner child, and I've carried sympathy pains for their loss of innocence, for what they suffered, as a show of support and solidarity for what they went through. But today I'm ready to give that back to them freely and unconditionally. And that's the mantra we'll use for each and every person who attends this healing event. My name is Richard Tierney. This is Trauma Recovery Anonymous. And the solution to PTSD and depression is to give the past back to your inner child. They own it. They want it back so they can step into the light. You can do this. It takes 3 hours to complete this whole process. There are 1 billion people in the world today diagnosed with mental disorders. 390 million of those were misdiagnosed. So if you know anyone diagnosed or misdiagnosed with mental disorders, please share this with them. Thank you.